I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this is one of the best decisions I've ever made or one of the worst, but let's get started with this. My name is Mac. I'm here to make YouTube videos. That's the best way I could put it. I'm here to make YouTube videos, and I'm gonna kind of give you a little bit about myself, so you know what you're about to get into when you're watching me and what I have in store and where I'm from and blah, blah, blah. But I moved from my safe haven, which was my city. Basically, I decided like around 2021 that I was too comfortable. I wasn't doing the stuff that I wanted to do. I felt like I needed some type of catalyst to make me feel not so safe, because I knew when I was back there, I knew that I could always have something to fall back on. I knew that I could always depend on somebody. I knew that I could always, turn to someone if it was ever a moment where I may have lost something major in my life. I just said to myself, I don't know what my next move is. So I paid off all my debts, saved up some money, and I said, you know what? I'm move. I'm gonna leave my hometown. But where am I from? Born and raised on the south side of Chicago, on 6030 King Drive. Not 6030 King Drive exactly. But in that area, I can't tell you exactly where I'm from, but in that area, whether it was going to that McDonald's and Walgreens before they both got closed down, or going to the little corner store right there to get your phone fixed from Kevin, get a little white tee, maybe a little beanie, whatever it is, or just hopping on the green line and trying to head downtown. It was where I felt safe. 2021, I was like, let me save up, as much as I can, so I won't have to work, and let me head to somewhere. And that was the first thing I had to figure out. I didn't know where to go. I was thinking maybe California, I was thinking maybe Nevada, I was thinking maybe Florida, I was thinking Georgia, I was thinking New York, but I didn't know what to do. I wasn't trying to head to California because living over there is too expensive. Same thing with New York, Miami too a little bit. Where am I gonna go? And then it hit me. I was like, what state have I been in the most? What state do I have the most family in? What state do I have the most time walking around and experiencing? And that was Atlanta. Chicago was not pushing me to move forward, and I feel like Atlanta would, because I don't know anybody down here. Besides the family members that I do have, I was like, I need to have a fresh start. I was living in the studio apartment at the time, and I said, hey, let me just pack this stuff up, try to figure out how much everything was gonna cost, and drive down. I wasn't gonna have anything shipped. I said, let me just drive down. Tip, if you're deciding that you're gonna move from a completely different state, whatever you think you're gonna spend, double it. Like, genuinely double it, because just doing everything on the actual day when it comes like to taxes and storage or gas, tolls, whatever it may be, because I didn't expect I was going to take so much of a chunk out of the money saved that I had. Driving down here wasn't too bad. It was I'm gonna be real. Driving through dark ass Kentucky and Tennessee, I don't get why doing that was so bad. Like, it was just one point where I was driving. I had to record it. I should put it right here. I had to record it. But I was just driving through darkness. There were no highway lights. There was no type of you couldn't really see anything except way in the dark, all the way in the back. You just saw these flashing red lights. I was like, okay, this is creeping me out. I'm in a 6-ton U-Haul truck. If I go off the road or something like that, I don't know what's gonna happen. But it was these big red flashing lights, and as you got closer, you saw that it was a windmill farm. I don't know what it was about driving down the highway and then looking out your window and looking up and just seeing this giant thing like moving. I don't know why that freaked me out so much. But you can't see nothing in front of you except for these flashing red lights. And then you look out your window and just see this vast nothingness. I can't just drive, just keep driving, just don't stop, right? Just a straight line there. I didn't make any pit stops. I think the whole trip was maybe 11 hours. After Chattanooga, I'm on the home stretch. So some of the stuff I was seeing though was beautiful. I don't get why I didn't take more trips. Well, I couldn't take more trips, you know. I didn't have the finances to do it, but just seeing everything as I was driving, the hills, just the rocky, just driving through the mountains. That's another thing. Yo, do you know that if you're in a big enough truck and you're going down a mountain, there's a chance that your brakes will fail. And if your brakes fail, there's nothing really stopping you from going off of that mountain. I'm driving through the mountains and I get to this point where I don't know if this truck can handle what I'm doing, because if you don't know, I had to figure this out the hard way, but U-Hauls only have a max of, I think, 65 miles an hour. That's the fastest it'll go. But if you're going down the mountain and your brakes fail, they have these little ramps that you can go up if you're in a truck that will make sure that you don't die. And just driving the mountains in general along with these big ass 18-wheelers, and you feel when a truck is pushing you to the side because they that big. You feel when a truck is pushing you to the side while you're driving past them. So whole time I'm looking over and this 18-wheeler that's passing me, and I have to correct for myself so I make sure I don't crash out. I didn't realize what I was missing until I was driving through it, because I'm so used to the city. I'm so used to seeing the same lake over and over again. I'm so used to seeing just this flat Illinois. And when I was able to finally see just something different, my mind really was like, this is beautiful. I don't know why I've waited so long. I don't know why I waited so long to leave. And I think this move was really one of the best experiences of my life. I have no regrets. There was a creative itch that I just wasn't able to scratch. I wasn't feeling like I was scratching because I was so focused on, working a regular 9 to 5. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it wasn't satisfying. Nothing was satisfying. And I know people make jokes online, or some of them being real, but they saying, why you coming down to Atlanta? Stay where you at, But I was like, it's kind of fitting for me. It really is. It just, honestly, it was. And I wanted to be close to the family too. So it wasn't just, hey, well, just go to Atlanta, make the rent go up or some shit. No, ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to, whether it was drawing or some type of art, music, but we could never afford to do the things I need to do, and I could never nurture that. It was still something pushing me to be like, hey, you have these ideas, you have these dreams that you want to do, and you need an outlet to get it out, but I couldn't. I didn't know what to do with it. So when I was in grammar school, the first thing I did, everybody was talking about YouTube. YouTube was this new thing. Make a YouTube video. So like in 2007, I think, I decided to make my first YouTube video. And then I got into high school. I went to the school called Hyde Park. I was in this class, where we started to learn about filming and editing and making our own little shorts and making our own little self-shot films. So I was like, this is amazing. This is something I want to do. But I never had the chance to actually, again, nurture it. So I got older. I decided, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go to school. Even though I wanted to be an engineer in some capacity, whatever the engineer was gonna be, but couldn't afford school. So I was like, all right, everything in life is telling me that you need to just do this creative thing. And then, when you're on the internet, you hear all the time, well, we don't need any more social media influencers. We don't need any more YouTubers. We don't need any more streamers, whatever it is. Go be a damn lawyer. Go fix some shit. Be some type of civil engineer or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I would love to, but and then I'll put myself in debt again. Or then I get to be 40 or something like that, and I realize I don't like what I'm doing, and life don't mean shit. So I'm like, I need to do something. Right now is a good enough time where I can do the stuff that I want to. And if it don't work out and I have to, do the mundane stuff and, the 9 to 5 and the same thing over and over again, it's like, all right, cool. I do it. I don't mind working. It was either going to be that or the military. Point is, man, I feel like this is that time for me to actually experience this and try and, be creative and do that extra stuff. And this is where I start. So if you're seeing this, I appreciate you for watching it. It's going to be mostly, whether it's vlogs, whether it's story times, whether it's me talking about whatever it is, because I've always been a storyteller. I've always been the person that people tell me I'm unintentionally funny. Like I will say stuff and then not have a personal reaction, but then they're sitting there crying and laughing. And I'm like, I don't even know what I just said, but hey, it was funny enough. But I do have a lot of stuff that I would love to talk about. I don't know though. There's always that initial anxiety, but I think this will be a fun thing to do, because I want to be able to get out more, even though I do have like a timid nature, even though there is anxiety and everything like that I deal with. Just recording this. Like, this was supposed to be out. This was supposed to be out months ago. I don't know what'll come of this, but I think it'll be exciting. I want to explore the city. I want to be able to go out and see nature. I want to be able to just live life a little bit. The plan is to upload 3 times a week, but no matter what, there'll always be one thing up. If you decide to watch my channel, which again I appreciate, watch my videos on my channel, I have a lot in store for you. So just sit back and let's try and figure this stuff out together, because I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I might as well just try this. But again, I've been Mac. I appreciate you. Talk to you later. Peace.